Let's see. Testing 1, 2, 3. Can you guys hear me?
This is our all new air.
Sorry, 1 second, guys. I gotta see something.
Sport Planet Fitness and Energize.
Jeez, that's loud. 1 second. Technical difficulties. There's that. And technical difficulties. There's that. I can hear myself. There we go. Right, I think it's working. I don't see any chat yet. Welcome to. All right, it says there's 7 people in there. Throw something in the chat if you guys would, if it's working. Something isn't working. Okay, that's what I was worried about. Is this any better? I don't know if this is working any better. I downloaded an Android emulator so that I could try to do this offline, and this might just be a wreck. I'm trying to see if it's working. Do I sound terrible still? Static, a bunch of static. Okay, that's not good. Okay, how about now? Is that better? Sound isn't right. Is this any better now? Let me try something here. Okay. Mute microphones highlights. Oh, there we go. Now that's working. Does it still sound way bad like a robot? Testing 1, 2, 3. Okay, it's better now. All right. I think I made that work. I don't know how great, but I downloaded an Android emulator so that I could load the YouTube app so that I could do the vertical stream. Oh, okay, so it's capping out. And yeah, I'm trying to bring the gain down. Let me see. I can bring this further away. Problem is I don't see in YouTube settings where I can play with the microphone setting just yet. I gotta find it on this emulator. So this is kind of a Frankenstein version. I wanted to see if it would work. I downloaded the Knox emulator and then the YouTube app on my PC, and it's kind of it's a bit of a wreck, I suppose, but I think it's working. All right, I'm liking this. It's better. At least I can see the screen. I can see everything that's going on. So this is better. All right, now I can see the chat. Dang it, the video's all jacked up. Yeah, that's more what I was worried about was the video going through this emulator. I knew it was going to be a long shot. Let's open. So no good on the video quality. Everybody give me like a 1 to 10 on the video quality. Oh man. I got your text, Adam. That's not good. Let me see if I can do something here. Let me try something a little bit different. Let me see. Let me see. I've just changed my frames. Okay, tell me if this is any better at all. I feel like Johnny Mnemonic on here. That's better now? Okay. Things are going bad. Frame rate drop. Okay. So this seems to be working. Hopefully, somewhat. This looks like the videos. Better, better, better. All right. All right. Well, I don't really have much to talk about. I just wanted to see if this would work. It was a harebrained idea, but I just don't like doing videos on my phone because I can't see the chat very good, and I don't really have it set up for that, and I don't have a good microphone. So I downloaded a Android app emulator, and I'm running the YouTube app through the emulator, and I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if this is a Frankenstein or not. But how are you guys doing tonight? Anything going on tonight? Any questions? Any big plans? Yeah, there's something. There's a weird lag, and seeing myself is kind of freaking me out because on my own screen I'm hopping around. It's kind of funny. Try to sit still and move slowly. At least watch them at Alabama, UConn. Yep, for sure. Who's winning right now? All right, there we go. Do me a favor and in the chat, if you're new and you came in through the short feed, let me know. That'd be awesome. UConn's winning? Nice. Because I'm curious, this is, if you're new, and sorry to all the people by 4, there we go, that might not, or that are, the usuals, but this is supposed to bring in some new people into the channel. And so I'm curious if you're new or if you caught me in the short feed, let me know if that's how you got in here. That'd be cool. But yeah, that's awesome. New? Oh, you're new, Lucy? Right on. I appreciate it. Are you carnivore? I'm just curious how this like this is a carnivore diet kind of channel, and I'm just curious if that's in your how the algorithm found you type of thing. This is completely just from the hip. Science steak and butter gal? Perfect. Right on. Appreciate it. I just did a video with them this morning, actually, with them and Dr. Hampton. Oh, I can fix that. That's the okay. Let's try this. This might also help a little bit. That's now you can see all the bottles that tipped over here of the San Pellegrino. So I have a San Pellegrino habit. God, I just knocked him over. Oh, nice. Been watching lots of carnivore videos. 8th day on carnivore. Well, congratulations. Definitely has been a life changer for me. Perfect now. Right on. All right. I wish it wasn't so laggy. Well, there's just certain things, Adam, I'm not willing to do for use. Jump rope and a Speedo is not one. I do have my jump rope right here. I haven't hooked it up. This is my new jump rope because I do jump rope, and this one. So I am kind of set up for it. I have two different ropes I can even use. So maybe so. I was just about to go to sleep, but then I had a great time today. Drove down to San Antonio. Met Dr. Barry and Nisha. That's awesome. Where did you meet Dr. Barry and Nisha? Are they doing a meetup in San Antonio? At the meetup spot. Oh, I should have read for this meetup sponsored by Keto Chow. Have a great show. Oh, thank you so much. Appreciate it, Lynn. Please talk about your first month on carnivore. So I did ketovore actually, or keto, and then went into ketovore for about 2 years, and it kind of failed, or it was kind of a wreck. because I always had carb cravings, and so I was just up and down. I kept falling off the wagon on. Is it long enough? Go over your hat. Just barely. Just barely. That's awesome. But yeah, so I finally, and I got, if you don't know my story, I got real sick. I was over 715 pounds. I was gotten COVID. I had COVID lung and congestive heart failure, and I was immobile, stuck in a chair. Uh, and then I was trying to do keto at the time, and it wasn't working. I kept falling off, and then I just was too sick, so I had to do whatever I could, and so I just decided to go full BBB and E, and it took 5 weeks of just eating beef, bacon, butter, eggs, salt, and drinking water only. Uh, and then kind of some miracles started happening. Really, I got just completely free from sugar. No cravings, no sugar addictions, no carb cravings. They just left, and then I started getting massive amounts of energy, losing a bunch of weight. Um, it was a little bit of a struggle that first 4 to 5 weeks, but got over the keto flu stuff. Got over the caffeine withdrawals because I dropped everything, all seasonings, all caffeine, and everything. But then, I mean, that was pretty much the greatest thing I ever did because now I'm completely free from all those addictions, and I have what Limitless Lindy calls the off switch to food freedom. Like I just don't have any addictions anymore. I don't have any uh, issues with food or food addiction or eating addictions or anything like that anymore. And it really freed me. And now it's been 15 months and I haven't had any carbs in 15 months. I haven't had any caffeine or any sugar. I haven't drank anything but water. Haven't eaten anything but, carnivore. And I've gotten rid of all the dairy and everything. And recently I started doing a 2-to-1 fat ratio. So I eat 2 grams of fat per 1 gram of protein that I eat. It's just changed everything. I'm down, as of today, I'm now down 278 pounds and just a new person. Completely. I mean, I was on oxygen before 24/7 on 6 liters of oxygen. That's gone. I had congestive heart failure. That's gone. I had lymphedema. That's 99% gone. I don't, at least it's not getting worse. It's getting better every day. And I don't have the fluid retention, depression, anxiety. I had crippling anxiety and suicidal depression. That's gone. Uh, I had my oxygen concentration was 88% when I was on oxygen. Now it's 96% off oxygen. My resting heart rate used to be 107 beats a minute. Now it's 68 beats a minute. Just everything's much, much better. So that's kind of my first week on, or first months on carnivore is kind of how that went. Let's see. Carnivore Kent for jump roping. I'll check that out for sure. I need cheese as a treat every few days. No, like I had cheese. I had cheese over the holidays. Um, just over Christmas, and it just makes me put on too much fluid, too much inflammation. So I don't do any dairy at all. You eat strictly beef only. I ate mostly beef. It wasn't strictly BBB and E as beef, butter, bacon, and eggs, and so I would have some bacon, but beef made me feel better, so I stuck to mostly beef. Um, Pork or chicken, definitely no chicken. Chicken makes me sick as a dog. But like I said, pork, I had a little bit, but it was maybe 5%. It was about 95% beef. Thank you so much, Nancy. Yep, thank you so much. I appreciate it, guys. But yeah, I'm glad this is working. I just really wanted to check this out. It was bugging me, and I had this idea in my head. I was like, I think I can do this with an emulator. So it's working. That's awesome. I don't know how or how much I'm going to do with this, but I wanted to at least have the option and get it worked out so I could do it from my PC. So I'm enjoying this quite a bit. But yeah, yeah, absolutely. Are you having any struggles, Lucy? Much calmer for sure. That's very interesting too. Like when you say calmer, did you have an issue with anxiety or ADHD or anything or OCD or anxiety and brain fog? Yeah, I really think the more that I look back at it, that and you can't see it when you're in it because you don't know the adverse or the different, you don't have anything to relate it to. But I really think that most of my compulsive my compulsive behavior and addictive natures were basically from anxiety. I really think anxiety was the worst part of that, and I think that anxiety is just a natural state where insulin's such a dominant hormone. I think it throws everything out of whack, and you have a real problem with cortisol, and it causes your body to be in a constant state of anxiety, stress, and unrest. And you're always looking for an escape from it. And we use sugar and just bad habits. We lean on them to excess, I think, to kind of get a little bit of a break. Mix all kinds of meat. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and I think everybody's got to find their own path. I do, uh, out of the pork and the beef and all that stuff. I think that in the venison, that's all good. The chicken makes me. The chicken I think is pretty terrible now. Hello from Nova Scotia. I keep trying to do the carnivore, but only fast but only lasts for a couple of days. But I'll keep trying. I need to lose 100 pounds. Can't walk without a cane or walker. You can get there. Just keep going. And but you like when do you have you checked out the Steak and Butter Gang yet? I'm just curious because that is a really good place when you're first learning carnivore, and especially if you're having issues sticking with it. That's a really good community. It is a paid community, but it's a really good community. I'm a member there, and I really enjoy it. It really keeps you in the loop, and it really gets you, it really gets you some answers, some help that you need when you're trying to troubleshoot why you're not being successful or why you might keep having issues. Uh, they have many Zoom meetings every week that can really help you kind of line up. Yeah, yeah, definitely Lucy on the cheese and the dairy. I don't feel good at all on it. I will gain. I'm not joking. Over about the 7 days that I ate cheese for Christmas, I gained about 19 pounds, and it was just water weight. And as soon as I got off of that, I fasted for 5 days and lost 37 pounds because all the water just came on something fierce. Yeah, so my eyes, I had diabetic what do they call it? Diabetic retinal edema. And basically when you're insulin resistant, you have a bunch of insulin prevalent in your system, you're going to be in a constant state of inflammation. And the inflammation causes edema and inflammation of your retinas. It also causes thinning of the retinal lining, and it also causes thinning of the blood vessels in your eyes. And so when you are in ketosis, it's like the opposite of being inflamed, right? It gets rid of all that inflammation, and it gets rid of that fluid, and it gets rid of the edema. So imagine that you have something that's deteriorating, the tissue in your retinas, and then you also have edema, meaning fluid retention and pressure. It misshapes the eyeball, and you can have a hemorrhage, which a very good friend of mine, her daughter's going through that right now. And my sister had retinal hemorrhage as well. She's going for another surgery next week on that. So it's very, very dangerous, and it's not talked about enough. But through being in carnivore, uh, the edema went away, so the pressure in my eyes went away, the inflammation went away, and then also carnivore is a very, very healing diet, so the tissue in my retinas and in my veins healed and got thicker. And when that all happened, I had less of astigmatism, so the misshapen retina became more fairly shaped, and so I got a lot more vision back. Plus, all the terrible eye floaters I had are completely gone. So let's see here. Yeah, absolutely. Nisha's cookbook is awesome. My issue is I don't like meat, but I also have to feed all the yummy carbs to my husband. Yeah, that's a problem. Who is blind? Oh no. He'll never give up his sweets, mashed potatoes, or carrots. Yeah, I'm very sorry to hear that, Wendy. It's so hard, right? Uh, it's a hard one. But first of all, I gotta say this. There's a lot I didn't even like, I wasn't really even a big bacon fan. Before I started carnivore, I wasn't a real meat fan. I ate meat, but it was like in a taco or on a pizza, right? But I didn't eat steaks and just meat. Wasn't eating big, I was eating meat like everybody else eats meat on standard American diet when it's processed and hyper palatable with a bunch of carbs and seasonings and sugars and sauces and cheeses and all this stuff on it. And it takes a little while to get used to it. But what happens is, I learned on carnivore that, I used to think for whatever reason that maybe I don't know, we were born with a set of taste buds and we like what we like, but that's not true. Our taste buds are almost programmable. They almost come on based off of uh you know the relationship of what you're eating with your body. So you might not like it at first, but as you're eating it, if your body finds out and correlates that there's nutrition in that taste that it had, like if you're having whatever bacon for the first time, and it says, okay, that tastes okay, but then you keep doing it and your body's getting nourished from it and feeling better and it's healing tissue, your taste buds are going to change and your body's going to start craving that because it's looking for nutrients. So you stick with it. And that's why I like the steak and butter gang's protocol of priming, because through that protocol of priming, which is kind of a protocol of eating like it's your job, you eat the things that you need to eat and you eat a lot of it and you do it to heal. And through that process, it speeds up your metabolism, it heals tissue, it heals your body, it heals your hormones, but it also creates new taste buds. It creates, you learn to like those foods. And so you got to put in the work for a little bit, maybe 2 to 4 weeks, but once you do it, it kind of changes everything too. So that's really handy. Um, I have eye floaters in one eye, and after 8 days, I can tell it's gone down noticeably. Absolutely, the eye floaters are one thing that definitely heals. Show us video of you cooking in the new kitchen setup. Definitely will. I am working on that right now. Actually, I've got some already put together. I just got to edit them. I woke up at 1 a.m. hungry. I got up, had ribeye. Well, then 5 hours later, I almost fainted. Just ate another meal, 2 large brisket patties. Hopefully, I was just under eating because I have to bend over to stop faint. Huh, Sander? Yeah, I think so. There's something going around right now too, because everybody in my family's been dizzy this last 2 weeks, and kind of COVID went through. So I wonder if you've been sick. But yeah, if not, definitely make sure you're taking your electrolytes and stuff too. Uh, Try making Chris cooking Nashville carnivore mashed potatoes. I don't want to do that. I seen them; they look delicious. Maybe I will someday. I might try that. I might play around with some of Chris's stuff, but I don't want to make something that's really difficult like that and then end up liking it because then I'm gonna want it. And then I'm gonna be like, oh man, I gotta spend 2 hours today making those damn potatoes. Oh yes, eat every time you're hungry. When you're first starting carnivore, the answer is always eat. Like literally. Don't worry about weight. Don't worry about anything. When you first start carnivore, don't worry about fasting. Don't worry about calorie restricting. Don't worry about counting calories. The answer is eat carnivore foods. And like literally, I just lived on bacon, eggs, and steak and hamburger, and that was it. And if I was stressed and feel like I wanted a pizza, I ate bacon and eggs. If I was having a bad day or feeling depressed, or if I was craving, sugar or soda, I ate bacon and eggs. Like you eat all the time until you shut off that craving for whatever it is, and that's how you get through it. So the answer is always eat. Always eat. That's about the way I've only been eating meat. I've been trying, but it also makes me feel very sick. Yes, yes to my stomach, and says no more, please. Absolutely, Wendy, and I understand that. That's called meat aversion. Meat aversion is rough, and that is one thing you got to do some things to get through that, and it's a little bit difficult. For me, and I know this is going to be contradictory to what I just said, to always eat your way through it, but when you get meat aversion, you can do some things to add some sauces, or whatever. But the easiest thing for me to fix meat aversion is to fast. When you fast, then you're going to get hungry, whether it's a day or 2 days. And you can't really have meat aversion and be really hungry at the same time. But there's things to do. Oh, and but one of the, I guess, when you do have meat aversion, one of the biggest things to do is to eat cheese and dairy, because cheese and dairy boost your appetite, which is why I stay away from it. Cheese and dairy will put weight on you, but cheese and dairy will definitely get you through meat aversions. It'll give you a bigger appetite, and then you'll start eating. Also, amino acids. Amino acids give you a ridiculous appetite. And so if you take amino acids, that'll push you through the meat aversion as well. Oh no, the video's messing up again. Sorry. Oh, yeah, I think my camera is a bit jittery. I'm sorry. It's because I'm using this stupid app emulator. I'm gonna try it. This is just a test tonight that I'm doing, but if this keeps screwing up, I'm gonna get a different app emulator. No, absolutely no. Okay, Lucy, this is what you got to know. I was 700 pounds and I was malnourished. Wrap that through your head. How can you be 700 pounds and be malnourished? But that's what happens because we don't learn in our day to day life that we eat for more than reasons than just getting fuel. But everybody just concentrates on fuel. That's what the calorie in, calorie out thermodynamic hypothesis is about. It's just fuel. That's not the only reason why we eat. We eat for fuel, but we also eat for building blocks like protein, collagen, amino acids, electrolytes, vitamins, and minerals and nutrients, these things that build tissue and repair our body, and they support our immune system and our mitochondria and everything. And if we, so, you know, why we keep getting, I think my problem is that my body was screaming out for these nutrients, and I kept giving it simple carbohydrates that were nutrient, deficient, right? And it's like, okay, that's great, but that's not what I wanted. So we're always hungry, and you have to satiate the body and give it the building blocks that it needs to fill these deficits that we have. And then after you heal, then your body will work on the weight and it'll come off on its own. Like very, very. I'm down, going on 280 pounds now, and I haven't done any real big exercise or anything. The exercise that I have done is because my body feels so much better. It craves a little bit more movement, but It was all that my body, once it healed up, it took care of, it started working on the weight. It's trying to repair itself and get healthy and be optimal. All right. I don't have cravings for carbs anymore, but I do get hungry after 6 or 7 hours. Yeah, eat. And not only that, but eat at 5 hours. Eat after 5 hours. Eat ahead of the hunger. That's one way to really get satiated and really get over it is don't wait till you get ravenous or hungry. Eat before then. Thank you so much. Yes, I did that yesterday. 8 tons of salt. Only have flavored LMNT. I won't I won in a competition to have another reasonably priced electrolyte and had it yesterday. Awesome. Definitely be getting that down. Hopefully that'll get you being dizzy. I'm 450. You will get there, Lucy, for sure. This is about sustainability and just taking it one step at a time every day, and your body will heal. And then, it's going to start taking care of that weight and it's going to start coming off. I mean, I have plenty of weight left to lose, but it's just easy now because, like, there's no eating problems, no eating disorders anymore. It's just all uh, very sustainable, very workable, just easy now. Right. Could be better. I'm in a disco. Dang it. Yeah, it's this stupid emulator. Hey, Sarah Jones. Hey, I appreciate it. Hello, my children love your content and wanted to see, or I wanted to see you see what you post. I found you live, so here I am to chill. Right on. Well, I appreciate you being here. I don't know who your children are, but I'm glad they like whatever I'm doing. That's awesome. I appreciate having you. Are you carnivore? Do you do the carnivore diet? Oh, your guy. My bad. Luigi. Have I measured myself? Are you talking about weight or are you talking about like mass and inches or whatever? Because I don't know. If you're asking me if I measure inches, yes. See, I'm gonna try to find this. I'm gonna see if I can make this bigger on the camera. Let's let that camera. Okay, do you see over here? Do you see, over here? This chart right here. This is called the body mass index chart right there. And I stand in front of that, and uh, these little squares, the small ones on this chart, they're 1 inch little squares, and these big black squares are 1 foot because there's 12 by 12. And that's what I stand in front of that, and I take a picture so that I can watch the inches coming off. So I don't measure with like a ruler, but I actually built this chart to scale on my computer. I printed it out, I laminated it, I posted it on the wall, and then I sit in front of that or stand in front of that, and for back, front, side, and side, and I take pictures, and then it shows me the scale that I'm losing. All right. Can you post a link to Sunday night show? Cyber Plus, I think. Anyone new? Yeah, absolutely. Hold on 1 second. I will grab it. Let me grab the 700 plus and counting. Uno momento. Let's go to the lives. And we'll grab the link. We're going to go share, copy. There we go. Um, all right. And I'm going to go back over here. And I'm going to post it in the chat. There we go. That's the link to 700 plus. Oh, hey DC, what's going on? Hey, the reason why I look so terrible and everything's happening is I'm trying to get used to these vertical lives, and I downloaded a Android emulator so that it's a bit, one of those app emulators you can put on your PC, because I don't want to do these from my phone because I can't see the chat. So that's why everything's screwed up, and I'm just testing it out. Appreciate you coming in, DC. For years, I even craved ice, but that way after a few weeks on carnivore and that unflavored LMNT, I was needing those minerals, I guess. Yep, absolutely. Uh, Electrolytes were absolutely instrumental when I first started carnivore. I don't need them anymore, but I think at first we're all in a deficit on electrolytes, and so yeah, they are huge. Oh, thank you. I'm sure appreciate it. Yeah, I just my idea, which I haven't really kept up on really well, but I was thinking that I could take a bunch of pictures and maybe over like a 4 or 5 year time lapse type of thing, maybe that would make a cool video if I had enough videos and pictures of me in front of that chart. You'd really get to see where all the weight came off of. So that red line that you see on the chart is actually, I put that there because that's the center of the chart. And so I kind of line up that red line with my nose, or my ear, depending on if it's a side, to try to stay in the same spot every time so that I can kind of do like a time lapse type thing overlay. I have a picture. I have a picture of a lot of my meals, but I don't know. I haven't separated them from fat to protein, but I can tell you that it's basically I try to eat 150 grams of protein a day. So let's say one of the proteins I buy is Costco's 8812. So it's 12% fat, 88% beef, ground beef at Costco. And I get that. And when I get that, it's basically I have to eat 28 grams of it. And 28 grams is 150, or sorry, 28 ounces. 20 ounces is 150 grams of protein. And that has about 98 grams of fat in it as well. So I have to substitute about 202 grams of fat, and I use beef tallow. And so that'll give me 150 grams of protein and 300 grams of fat. And then I will break that up into 3 meals throughout the day. So I will basically eat 50 grams of protein at a time, and so that's how I do that. Also, if you want to follow me on Instagram, it's at the Carnivore Cure as well. And if you follow me on Instagram, I have a bunch of food pictures on there what I'm eating, and I'll start putting a lot more on there if that's what you guys are interested in. Yeah, exactly. I don't do that as much eating anymore either. I don't really take that many pictures. I mean, one, because now I'm doing so much fasting. I just got done with a 6 day fast uh today, and I fast normally half of the week. So I'm only eating 4 times a week, and it's usually the same thing, and it's usually pretty boring. So I don't really do that much anymore. Um and I wonder if I can find a better way to do this live stream. I got to figure out a better app emulator because this thing this thing's a little choppy. Yeah, wrestler, it's pretty handy. It's a good way for us to post pictures and things. I can kind of do it in the community post on YouTube, but it's much more palatable on Instagram. So yeah, if you guys don't mind. let me, if you're in the stream and you're new tonight, definitely let me know where you're from and if this is your first time in here and if you're on the carnivore diet. If so, how you're doing, how many days, and how you're feeling. And I can talk about this. Like I said, I just did a 6-day fast. I did a 6-day fast at the first of the year too, and this 6-day fast that I just did was the easiest fast I've ever done. And I think it's a combination of two main things that I would say that made this one so easy. I mean, I didn't even notice it. It was so effortless. Um, but the uh the difference was, I think, well, one of the differences that nothing to do with me, but I think it was just that the weather got warmer, and I think in the winter, I think our bodies just aren't as cooperative about fasting in the winter. But they just don't want to get rid of weight in the winter. But the other thing was, that was when I went to the 2-to-1 fat ratio, and that was a game changer for me. The 2-to-1 fat ratio has just made everything. Uh, my ketone numbers are way high. I sleep better. I have better mental focus, and I eat far less. That dry appetite quite a bit, and the fasting is just a breeze when you're eating a 2-to-1 fat to protein ratio. How was the meetup? I did not go to a meetup, so I don't know which one you're talking about yet. However, it's funny. I just did a 36-hour fast, seemingly because I just wasn't hungry enough to eat. When you have enough nutrients in your body, body lets you know. Yeah, exactly. It really does, man. DC, I wasn't planning on it. I came off of having COVID. Jeff was doing a 5-day fast, so I just felt like I wanted to do it, and so I hopped on with him, and I just wasn't hungry at all, like not at all, and I never struggled, not a minute out of that. I ended up fasting for 144 hours, and I didn't struggle for a minute of that, not a minute. I mean, even when I finally did eat, I could have taken it or left it. It didn't matter. And I wasn't even when I did eat, I wasn't ravenous, and I only ate one meal, and I was like, yeah, I'm fine. Oh, that's awesome, Nancy. Yeah, that's all I had too was water. I didn't even have salt. I did have a calf cramp on well, the night of day 5 going into day 6. I had a calf cramp, but it was a very small one. I just got up and walked it off, but that might have not. I wasn't drinking a bunch, and that might have not been from not having any salt. I got into fasting after watching these guys trapped in a mind collapse for 12 days with no food or water, and they lost weight. And they lost weight. Absolutely, that'll do it. But I don't recommend fasting unless you're nourished. Like you shouldn't fast just to lose weight. Like losing weight isn't always a good thing. Like even if you got a bunch of weight to lose, just because you're forcing your body to lose it and you're starving does not mean you're making progress necessarily. And that's pretty evident, right? Like I've lost 300 pounds twice in my life, and I've lost 200 pounds twice in my life, and gained it all back, and messed up my metabolism because I starved. There's a difference between fasting and an actual malnourishment like starving, and those are two different things. And so you gotta definitely, I really do like the nourished fasting versus the white knuckle punish yourself starving just to try to lose the weight. You gain weight while fasting? That's crazy. Yeah, absolutely, wrestler. I hear you. I just wanted to put that out there because it's so funny, the people, my mom right now, she's 80 years old. She's having a ton of health problems. She's got Parkinson's and she's malnourished because a long time ago, she had gastric bypass. So now that she's older, she's having a hell of a time eating enough. And I'm trying to get her to eat enough nutrients a day. But even her at her age and as weak as she's getting, she's still mentally happy with the fact that she's losing weight. And I'm like, no, you don't want to lose any weight, mom. You can't stand up. You're losing muscle. You're losing lean tissue. You need to nourish your body. And she goes, well, at least I'm losing weight. At least the scale's going down. I mean, it's a heck of a thing. Yeah, exactly. That's amazing, DC. Like you are so nourished that you could fast and not even eat any protein out of the muscle or anything. That's incredible. Yeah, there's a lesson in that for sure. And it's a lesson about how brainwashed we've become to think that weight, has some sort of correlation to, health. Like that the light, being lighter makes you healthier. And I don't think that's necessarily true at all. I just think that obesity is a parallel symptom to, a metabolic disease. It's not what's killing you, it's just a symptom. It's not that, it's not that you're eating so you're getting fat and the fat is killing you. No, no. The fat is actually usually there to help you, You're usually growing this fat because it's trying to hide sugar and, what do you call it? Oxalates and crap and toxins in it. And it's trying to save you from yourself. Exactly, DC. So it's like, I don't know, we got to change that thinking. Uh, we got to stop being focused on what the scale says and start being focused on healing our body. We just got to heal. That's all we got to do. The weight will take care of itself. The weight always takes care of itself. And I'm preaching to my old self, my 15-month ago self that was all wrapped up in it. And that's why when I'm thinking of this, I'm not thinking of you guys out there. I'm thinking of myself. I used to worry about that so much, but the thing that's really changed to make this so sustainable is that I don't care about about the weight much anymore. I just care about feeling good and you know, feeling like I feel better than I did yesterday, having optimal energy and just, feeling strong. And the longer I do that, the less anything else matters, including how I look, how how much the scale says away, any of that stuff. All I feel about is how good I feel and if I'm getting stronger and better. And the more that I do that, the more that even changes my own diet. Like that's why I don't really eat much bacon at all anymore because not because I think that there's something inherently wrong with bacon, but because I would rather eat the beef and feel even better. That's really the only reason why I did that. Let's see. Yeah, scales are complete bullshit. DC's 100% right. I mean, they don't mean anything. Oh, and we put so much importance in it, and we let them kind of rule our life. And it's like, no, we should be looking at, how much stronger are we? How much happier are we? How much more quality of life do we have? How much more life do we have in us? Like, are we happy? Are we smiling? Are we content? Are we in good mental health? You know, um, so much more important benchmarks. Let's see here. Let's see here. That's weird. The chat seems to have froze up or something. There we go. Now it's moving a little bit. I kind of figured out how to finally do it on here. There we go. That's even better. But yeah, that's awesome. But yeah, I would definitely recommend that if anybody is having any issues with energy or sleeping or cravings or any of that stuff, to definitely try at least a 2-to-1 fat to protein ratio. That's something I did neglect for a good long time. First year on carnivore, I just kind of wung it, and I think what really happened was when I started using the Ninja electric grill air fryer combo. It started draining off too much of the fat and rendering off my steaks. And then when I was eating those, I was just getting too lean of a protein ratio. And so now it's quite a bit better for sure. So we got 32 people out there. You guys let me know if you have any questions. I'd sure like to hear where you guys are watching from and how you got in here and where you found me. You should always eat 2-to-1 fat. Fat is proud of your body cannot store dietary fat. I'm going to try this starting tomorrow. That's awesome. Do you deep fry? No. I not really. I guess I used to deep fry before I was on carnivore, but really the only thing I would deep fry back in the day was chicken wings and French fries and mozzarella sticks and stuff. And since I started doing carnivore, I don't really have an excuse to deep fry anything. Well, my brother deep fried a prime rib roast for Christmas. That was actually pretty cool. He deep fried it in tallow. That was pretty good. But I mostly air fry. Arizona. Hey, David Nelson. Appreciate you stopping in. What's the temperature like there? Deep fried steak is awesome. That might be fun. I've never tried it. I guess I could. I do it in tallow, just in a big deep pan. I do have some deep pans I could try deep frying in. That'd be fun. I've never tried it. I really like the Ninja air fryer grill combo. I really like the crisp that it gives to that steak. Live from Mount Pleasant, Texas. Awesome. Disco is back. Dang it. Sorry, man. Hopefully it clears up real quick here. We're gonna be in Texas on May 29th in Austin for the Hack Your Health. 70s and breezy. Now that's a good deal for sure. That's about my perfect weather, is 70 or just a little under with a nice breeze. Hey Lucci, I appreciate it. Definitely feel free to reach out, brother, and we're all wishing you the best, man. Just just know there's no mistakes. You're just learning from as long as you keep going forward and try to do better tomorrow. Things get better, man. And that's the beauty of carnivore, is that it really pays you back. It pays you back by healing the body. The more that you do it, the longer that you do it, the more your body's going to heal and the easier this is going to get. And then you really start putting up big numbers. So appreciate it, Lucy. Have a good day. Adam, that's a great idea because I can tell that this is like the Wish version of emulators here or something. I'm having some serious video quality problem. I can tell. This was just an idea I wanted to try, but yeah, I think I'll probably just get a big tablet. I just don't have any tablets, but I'll probably get a big tablet or something because yeah, I thought maybe this would work. I have one other thing I could try, but I think this is an emulator problem. I think this is an emulator problem. Major max headroom stuff, max headroom stuff. That's exactly what I feel like is happening too. That's the perfect illustration is max headroom. Yep. Collie K, Australia worm. Do you Collie? Where are you at in Australia? You're around Limitless Lindy. She's in Melbourne. I keep starting and then falling off. the wagon, the rat, then restart. So many times, the most traction I've gotten is 3 weeks, no slip ups. Watching your lives and hearing your story helps me back on track. I sure appreciate that, but definitely reach out. And I don't know how, like, no joke, have you tried like the steak and butter gang? That's a really good one to keep you focused and to really help you string some successful, months together on Carnivore. Definitely let me know if you need their contact info. Uh, yeah, don't know until you try for sure. And that's what this was just a wing it, and I was hoping that this would work. So, well, it's bedtime for me. Thank you for all for your encouragement tomorrow. Absolutely. Have a great night, Wendy. I appreciate you coming in. Oh, awesome. Yeah, I think I recognize your screen picture. That's awesome. Well, definitely reach out if you need any help. You can hit me up in SBG or on Instagram. Me and Lindy would love to have a live chat with you and just make sure you're on your way. Everybody can find it there and we can come up with a solution. I really believe that. I didn't have problems with AFib, but my mom did. So my mom was in AFib for 74 days. We put her on carnivore, ox bile, vitamin B1, vitamin B, nutritional yeast, and electrolytes, and her AFib went away after 73 or 74 days of constantly being in AFib. I just bought grass-fed kidney supplement. I'm going to say this once. They smell like bet they do. Kidney pretty much smells like a pea sack to me. Kidney is rough. Like real kidney is rough. Hi from Fort North Carolina foothills, 10 months carnivore, 60 pounds lost, more energy, less ADHD symptoms, better sleep, skin and hair. Absolutely, Susan. Absolutely amazing, especially on the ADHD stuff, man. That helped me a bunch as well. 4 hours up the coast, Sydney. Awesome. That is awesome. You know what I'm going to try? I just saw this online and something tells me that it'll actually be pretty good, and I'm really wanting to try this. Have you guys heard of veal sweetbread? Let me know if you've heard of veal sweetbread. Hi from Western Australia, Langley. Western Australia. Do you got Laney, do you know Limitless Lindy? Do you follow Limitless Lindy? Or even DC as well? Let me know in the chat if you guys know what veal sweetbread is. Well, that's awesome, Laney. No, it's not sheep balls. It's not sheep balls. Veal sweetbread. Let me know if you guys have ever tried it. Oh yeah, and Sandra. Yep, you're another Aussie. There's so many Aussies in here. Lindy out when you need her. Never heard of veal sweetbread. Veal sweetbread is well, I mean you can get cow sweetbread too, but veal sweetbread is the pituitary gland of the cow. But everybody that has it says that it's absolutely delicious, and they've got me intrigued now. So I'm actually going to get some. I'm going to try to order some in and cook it up, and it does actually look really good. And they say it's not super gamey at all. It is an organ, but they said it's some of the best meat they've ever had in their life. So I'm going to give it a shot. It looks pretty tasty, actually. So I'm going to try to do a video of veal sweetbread if I can find it. See, um, I'll do a video on it. I know it's super gross looking when it's raw, for sure. It looks like a giant loogie when it's raw, but when it's cooked, it looks amazing. See you, DC. I appreciate it. Everybody go check out DC Learn and Live. His channel is amazing. Super good dude and super smart, and his story is incredible. You guys got to go check out DC. We'll see you next time, DC. Appreciate you. Hey, Jill, how's it going? Grew up eating liver and kidney, but cannot eat heart or brain. Yeah, I actually prefer heart over liver or kidney, but I get you. Thanks. I've been dealing with this irregular heartbeat and AFib consistently. Yeah, I know that the carnivores kind of consider this guy a a taboo subject, but I like him because he's where I started on keto, and keto did lead me to carnivore. But check out Dr. Eric Berg's video on AFib and how to cure it with the ox bile salts, and that's what I did and followed his video to heal my mom of AFib. Definitely check out Eric Berg's video. I definitely will, Susan. It looks good to me. I think it's going to be tasty. Yep, I used to make it for my father every Christmas. And white roux sauce. Hard to get it all. But and exports. Oh, wow. Are you talking about the sweet bed, Sandra? I'd love to know. I'd love to know if it's as good as it looks. Yeah, no worries, David. Anybody in the chat going to be at Hack Your Health in Austin, Texas, the end of May? Yeah, you're talking about the sweetbread. That's awesome. It looks pretty good. I hear it ends with kind of a minerally taste. It kind of leaves a minerally aftertaste, but I hear it's very, very juicy, very tender, and very rich, beefy flavor. So that's got me. And as an organ meat, that's probably a good one. Jill, great. Just got back from 5 months in Florida. I'm going to Carrie's meetup on the 13th in Milwaukee. Oh, that's awesome. I'm jealous. I'm gonna get to meet Carrie uh on May 29th, but I haven't him yet, so that's awesome. You want to go, but you're not sure if you can yet. Well, definitely let us know. I know Bella's going to be doing advertising meetup for Friday, so we're going to be doing a meetup that Friday in Austin, and then we got lots of things coming up. Like we're going to be doing a meetup. Bella's going to be doing a meetup. We're going to be doing a live stream. It's going to be crazy. We're going to have so much fun. Also, might want to get a group together and go down to Joe Rogan's Comedy Club because I got to go check that out. That's going to be a blast. Dude, I got to stop doing on this thing. I get a lot of comments do that. It's I don't like the dead silence in the comments. Man, yeah, I'm gonna have to get a tablet so I can stop this max headroom stuff too. Everything is just glitching out. But at least my idea somewhat worked. At least on paper it worked. In functionality, it's not flawless by any means. Wonder if I use my camera phone through this. I don't know. Gonna have to see about it. Where's the meetup for you? Haven't decided. It's going to be in Austin. It's going to be in Austin, Texas for Hack Your Health, but I'm not sure where we're doing it yet. I think we're doing it at some Brazilian barbecue joint, like one of those all-you-can-eat beef buffets, and we're just going to meet up there for pictures and whatnot and eat, have a meal together. So we're going to do that, and yeah, it's going to be a good time. Limitless Lindy's going to be there from Australia, so that's going to be quite the occasion. And the whole SBG gang is going to be there too. I think the only one that won't be there for SBG is Jeff because he's in Canada. And he's being a big baby about it. No, he's good, dude. This is a long way to go for sure. Checking the comments. I think it caught up. Yeah, it's been fun. I'm definitely going to do some more or some cooking videos. I've got some footage picked up. It's so funny. I'm like, all right, I'm doing cooking videos, and then Jeff's like, do you want to do a 6-day fast? And I'm like, all right. So then I didn't cook for 6 days. So that was one of the problems. And then the only meal that I really cooked has been bacon and eggs, oddly enough, because my mom wanted bacon. And I'm like, a cooking video on bacon and eggs you know, isn't exactly, riveting television. So I'm trying to, what I really wanted to make for my first cooking video is show people my 84-hour sous vide brisket chili. And then as soon as I went to do that, Costco was sold out of brisket. So no joke, I keep running into little snags. And then, so anyhow, I don't know. I'll probably do a steak video, some of the brisket. Also, I got an idea for something I wanted to try. I was going to try it first, and if it was good, I was going to put a video out on it. But I feel like taking and making bacon mayo and using that bacon mayo, and then taking and making deviled eggs with bacon mayo, hot sauce, because I do use a little bit of Tabasco for flavoring, but make Tabasco flavored uh, pickled eggs with using the bacon mayo for the eggs. And then I was thinking, it'd be cool if I was going to do that with some hot sauce and do because see, I used to make pickled eggs with vinegar, but it's kind of a sweet tang. But I thought, what I could do is I could use bacon mayo and like Tabasco because it's vinegar based, so it'll give it kind of spicy, kind of take up for the paprika, and then top it with bacon crumbles. But then what I was thinking is, I forget who showed me it, but somebody in our lives said, have you ever had Frank's Red Hot Sauce pickled eggs? And I was like, all right, so what if we took Frank's Red Hot pickled eggs, cut those open, and made Frank's Red Hot pickled eggs with Frank's Red Hot in the yolk and bacon mayo topped with bacon and a pickled jalapeno. And I'm thinking that those might be some pretty banging pickled eggs myself, but I'm gonna try those. see if that's worth making a video on. But I think that would be pretty tasty. I was about to say, all you can eat at a casino, etc. Just eat all the meat. Yeah, exactly, Rustler. They have limits on some all you can eat, only with the meat and seafood. Yeah, that's why if we go to a Brazilian buffet, that's pretty much all that all that you can eat is the meat. There you go. That might. I surely will. I surely will, Adam. I think that those would be good if you had a Frank's Red Hot pickled egg with Frank's Red Hot and bacon mayo, deviled eggs covered, with crunchy little bacon and a little pickled jalapeno on it. I think those would be pretty awesome. I'm feeling. A Scotch egg. So Scotch egg is when you take an egg and you wrap it in sausage. Is that correct? I believe that's what a Scotch egg is. Well, I mean, I know that that's what I think a Scotch egg is. That's what I've called it when I've ate them before, but I don't know if that's really a Scotch egg or not, Sandra. Watch on Patrol Live. I appreciate it. I don't know what Patrol Live is. Yeah. Yeah, those sound really good. I just have, man, I love sausage. But it's hard to find clean sausage. I do like my favorite sausage is there's a local place here that makes local and beef andouille sausage. Uh, and I was thinking about you could probably do something like that, a local, a clean andouille beef sausage, but it's, I know that generally the sausage on a Scotch egg is pork or combination of pork and something else. But I could see that being really good for sure. I'd love to try that. Sandra, tell me, is a traditional Scotch egg, is it soft boiled egg or is it hard boiled egg? But yeah, I am gonna make some cooking videos, but I gotta go get a brisket. And I don't know, I don't talk about this too much, but I haven't had a driver's license since 2020 because we had COVID. My license expired. I hope it comes out. So you hope it comes out soft. Yeah, that would be. That's the way I like them better. Um, but I haven't because my license expired, and so and then I got real sick because I got COVID. I got the congestive heart failure, all that crap. Got stuck in a chair for a couple years. So one of the reasons that I don't get all this stuff for the cooking videos is because I don't have my license yet. That's also the reason for anybody that's wondering why I don't take super strats to stuff is because I'm not monetized, not because I haven't met all the stuff, but because you have to verify your identity with YouTube and you have to have a current ID for that, and I don't yet. Well, I don't. Well, I still don't yet. But yeah, I got the ID. I had to go get my birth certificate because all my IDs expired. So you can't go get an ID unless you have an ID. It's a real catch 22. And so I had to go get a birth certificate and all this crap, which you got to take them everything and do a urine sample and stuff. And then get the ID. So I just did that on Friday. So I have an ID now. I have my, uh, well, I have a paper ID. The physical copy's being mailed to me in 12 days. But then I can go take my driver's test again. So I got a learner's permit set up for Tuesday, or written test set up for Tuesday. And then hopefully I can schedule the driving test the same day. So I can get my dang driver's license back. And then I can start driving again so I can go get my meat. And then I can go into the stores and I can go all around town to find a brisket and all these things that I need to make these videos that I want to make. I've been a little hamstrung for a little while, so hopefully I will be a real boy again next week and have an actual driver's license that I can be out there and amongst the people again, be a genuine functioning human being. 40 or 50 years ago, sausage were great. Now they have so much filler, and sausage was my favorite. Yeah, absolutely. And that's why I'm scared. I'm scared about anything. I'm even skeptical of ground beef because anytime that they take it out of its original form, they seem to always hide crap in it. They want to put filler in it. They want to inject it with something, some sort of flavor enhancer, whatever. And so I'm always just a little bit worried when I don't get. I want something as least molested as possible with the fewest ingredients as possible in it. And that's kind of what I'm looking for. So what if you guys want to see me cook something, what would you like to see me cook? I got some, I make a pretty good steak. I do some smoking. I spray chemicals on meat to make it look fresh, right? Yeah, and keep that completely unnatural red pinkish hue. But what would you guys like to see me cook? I was gonna make, I was just gonna make all the top staples. I have a butcher I trust for my sausage meat, and that's a good idea. That for sure. Um, because basically I eat eggs, I eat steak, I eat chuck roast, I eat brisket. Um, I eat New Yorks and ribeyes. Um, and I eat hamburger. And sometimes when I'm feeling it, I will mix up. Yeah, I can do ribeye in a cast iron for sure. I do that a lot. And I have many different ways to do it, but I do that a lot and also I like sometimes I like to smoke it and then put it in a cast iron. Sometimes I like to sous vide it, put it in a cast iron. So it kind of depends on what you're looking for. But yeah, I can do those. Uh, I would have watched you making your mom's eggs. Okay. Well, I'll do an egg video. I do make a pretty good brown butter soft scramble that I like. I don't think that it's anything special because I've always just kind of made them that way, but other people seem to think they're different. Um, Well, yeah. Yep, I can do the chuck roast with gravy for sure. I really like that one. I did, that's why I people ask, but I'm like, okay. I was having a hard time thinking, like, man, it's so boring because I only cook like 5 or 6 things. But yeah, I definitely will do it and get it out there. And then I do have a few ideas of some things that I wanted to make, and try them out. And then I might try some of Chris Cooking Nashville's most like viral recipes and see from a carnivore standpoint if they are worth it or reasonable or not. For an effort and time exchange. Um, yeah, I use a lot of butter and then I brown it and I whip the eggs and it's weird. I don't know. I don't know. Tell me if this is weird, but I like using chopsticks to whisk my eggs with. I don't know why, but they just work way better than any whisk I've ever used or any fork. Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Nancy. You have a good night. I know this is way late. It was really just a test to see if this new emulator was going to work or not. But I think it's a fail. I think I will be fixing this with a tablet or another try at another crazy idea. Yeah, I'll definitely make up some of those and see how it works. I need a bank loan to make Chris Cooking Nashville recipes. No joke, right? And that's why I agree that he's a mad scientist, and I bet they're all delicious. They look delicious, but it just looks expensive, and it looks like complicated. It looks like a lot of work. It looks like mess, and it looks like expense to me. And those are all things that I really enjoy about the carnivore diet. Like somebody was just asking me this week, and they're saying, how do you find good deals on steak and how do you buy it? And I was just thinking, man, I've been fasting half the week, and I even just did it. I was sick, so I mean, I got COVID a little while ago, and I fought that for about 10 days. And to get rid of the COVID, I fasted a 6-day fast, and I'm like, man, once you so it's kind of an upfront cost to prime and get your body nourished. But once you do that, you don't actually eat all that much because it starts to get really efficient because you're eating such nutrient dense food by eating good steak and stuff that you don't need all that much once you get nourished. You need a fair amount to nourish, but once you get nourished, you don't need all that much. You don't eat all that much, and you're not having all the snacks. And then when you start, if you're a person like me, like Adam at Carnivore Day, he doesn't have no more weight to lose, so he shouldn't be fasting, and he's got to, he's got to keep on the body weight. But when you're a person like me that's got to keep losing it, it gets even cheaper because I'm going to be fasting half the week, so it really really does pay for it. But that's what I love about it is that it's cheap and it's simple and it's not messy and not a bunch of work. So Chris Kirk in Nashville, I look at his stuff and I'm like, the worst thing that would happen is if I made this and I liked it and I wanted it a lot, then it would cost a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of effort, and a lot of cleanup. And I was like, I don't want to do that. Let's see, I have used utensil chopsticks, bigger than the average sticks. I use them so much. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. The ones I have are 18-inch long chopsticks, and they're kind of for cooking. And I love them because you can pick up the meat and put it in the sous vide bags easy with it. You can really whip the heck out of the eggs. I really quite enjoy them. And so just little funny things. Oh, there's Cosette. What are you doing? No, go lay down. See your little wagging tail right there. Right there. Come on. Go lay down. Go lay down. Oh, that's her face. That's her face. There's her face right there. All right. What are you doing? What are you doing? Look at the camera. Look at the camera. Look at the camera. All right, go lay down. Hey, Scott, how are you doing tonight? Everybody who don't know Carnivore Scott, go check out his channel. He usually does an open floor type of thing, and he's got awesome content too. Yeah, for sure. Chris's food, that would be good for Christmas, birthday type of stuff for sure. That would be way good. Way better plan for sure. uh Tell me what your guys's kind of go-to staple carnivore meals are. Like when you just want something quick and easy, what's the first thing you cook? For me, even for me, if I want it quick and easy, it's always going to be a steak or it's going to be bacon and eggs. Because yeah. Oh, how was Carnivore Kips meetup, Scott? Eggs, absolutely. Eggs are super quick and easy for sure. I'm a little bit lazy when I want to make a bacon and egg scramble. I always keep some of Costco's pre-cooked bacon on hand, and then I chop it up in little strips, and I just throw it in with the whipped eggs in the skillet. And with the bacon being pre-cooked, they just warm up, and it's super easy. Burgers, absolutely. You know what I like to do, Jill, on my burgers is I like to take like a pound of bacon, thick cut bacon, and then I take like a pound of burger meat and I chop up the thick cut bacon like minced, and then I mix it in with the burger meat, and I make a 50-50 burger bacon combo ground beef. And then I mix in some pickled jalapenos on those, and I air fry those in patties. Those are good. It was really good. Lots of meat, delicious smoked meat. That's awesome. What was your favorite meat that he smoked, Scott? Was it brisket or chicken, or did you guys make any steaks, or did you have any pork, like pork shoulders or pork butt or anything? How many people were there too? Was there a bunch of people there? The meat you got to your mouth. uh, you're one of those guys. How do they say that? My favorite beer is cold free beer. uh, Chicken, pork butt, brisket, and sausage. Ooh, that sounds good. Is that raw bacon you add to your burger? Yeah. Yep, it is. So I usually get the Dailies brand. They sell at Costco, the Dailies thick cut bacon. And then Costco's ground beef, and I chop it up a 50-50 mix. And then anybody that knows me knows I like my pickled jalapenos because the pickling process takes out the oxalates. I think I don't have a huge problem with them, but from what they say, the pickling takes out the oxalates or neutralizes them. So I don't have an issue with them, and I like the vinegar taste anyhow. So I put the pickled jalapenos in there, and yeah, OP other people's beer. Right. That's what I was trying to say. And so I do, yeah, half bacon, and it's really good. It's by far my favorite burger ever. How many people showed up, Scott? Who all was there? Who'd you meet? I think Brett was coming there, wasn't he? Oh, I eat rare bacon too. uh, what's your question, Rustler? Did like Limitless Lindy? Did she make Kip's meetup? Is what you're asking? But yeah, no, I don't hang out with the Browns and others. That's awesome. That's way cool. Well, I'm glad you guys have fun. Yeah, no, she didn't go to Kip's meetup. She's coming to our meetup in Austin on May 29th. Lindy and me, and Carrie and Adam, and the Steak and Butter Gang and stuff. We're all getting together down there. But yeah, she's coming to Austin on May 29th through what is it, June 7th. Yeah, to hack your health. Yep. Wow, that's a lot of driving, Scott. I bet you're whooped. Did you do some live streaming on the road? Some driving and talking with Scotty? Hey, wrestler, all you got to do is you got to tell them your last name is like, Jesus or Muhammad or something, and you're a Democrat, and they'll fly you over. The Democrats will ship you in. So you let them ship you in. You'll be here on government dime, and then when you want to go home, you just tell them that you're voting Republican and you're registered to vote Republican, and they'll kick you out. You listen to Carrie, right on. Well, that sounds fun. I'm glad you guys had a good time. Yeah, it's going to be real fun, and I'm sure we'll be doing more. Lindy thinks that this is going to be her only time she's in the United States. I'm like, we're not going to let that happen. You got to come back and see us again. You guys have any ideas? Like a good meetup spot in Austin might be? We're thinking a Brazilian barbecue joint. Got any other ideas? I said bowling. Nobody wanted to do it. Uh, yeah, there's gonna be a lot of pictures. Of Kips. Yeah, I bet so too. That'll be real fun to see. Stone Cold Ranch, is that like Stone Cold Steve Austin? Does he have a ranch in Texas? That'd be fun. I don't know if he rents it. Doesn't he? Isn't he famous for like ripping open a beer with his teeth or something? I mean, obviously the movies and the wrestling and stuff, but isn't that his Stone Cold move? I know we used to have this thing here before. Oh, there you go. You're on your desktop now. Well, that's awesome. I bet you are super tight. Oh boy. I don't know what just happened to my camera, but it got real freaky there for a second. Yeah, Scotty, if I know you're just tuning in, but the reason why the picture quality is so bad is because this is a vertical live stream, which you're only supposed to do from a mobile device. But I tried to hack the system and I downloaded a emulator, a emulator that makes your PC look like a tablet. And so I'm trying to trick the system here because once you download an app emulator, you can download the YouTube app and then you can stream from that app like it's on your phone. But it's not going smoothly. I don't think I don't think the camera streaming likes the emulator at all. I think it's fighting it. That's why I look like Johnny Mnemonic over here popping around or Max Headroom. So How many pounds of meat did you eat, Scott? Did you get your protein in for the day? Oh, that's good, Rustler. I appreciate it. Yeah, on mine it looks like it's freaking out the whole time, but I'm curious to see if it's working out at the other end. I wish I was being cool. No, this is my glitchy software. Nice. A few pounds is a good one. A good start for sure. Yeah, I'm glad you guys went down there and had fun. You met meeting with the Browns and Kip and was Brett down there? I thought Brett might be making it for some reason. I could be wrong. Brett, who's your carnivore? Was he down there? Oh, a few no shows. That sucks. But things get busy. I understand for sure. People showed up total. The only reason why I'm curious is I'm wondering how that works. I've never done a meetup before, and so I'm wondering how much headroom I'm gonna need. Yeah, obviously, we don't have Kip's audience, but I'm trying to figure out how much room we're gonna need. Oh no, Brett had flooding, and I hope that's working out. Yeah, that's a rough one. I hope he's got that under control. Yeah, I don't know. What do you think of bowling? You think bowling would be a fun carnivore meetup? Oh man, that sucks. You don't think bowling would be a fun meetup, Scott? I don't know. Back in the day, we used to have a place called Country Lanes here, and they had something called Galactic Bowling that was pretty fun. And so, I don't know, it's like all black lights, and the pins were different neon colors, and you would buy raffle tickets. And yeah, the Brazilian place might be packed. Yeah. Yeah, the Cosmic Bowling. There you go. And where I was from, they would have you buy raffle tickets, and I don't know, you get like 10 raffle tickets for $1 or something. But you buy these raffle tickets, and they would do a raffle, and they do several of them. But for every $100 that they would get in raffle tickets paid, they would do a raffle. And if your ticket got called, you got a chance to bowl for a strike, and if you got a strike, you won $100. And usually they get like 12 or $1,500. In the pots, they do 12 or 15 drawings, and you could get a chance to bowl and win $100. And so that was always fun. We did used to do that a lot. Yeah, it surely might. And yeah, it surely might be. We would have to reserve the Brazilian place. Like we would have to make sure that we had a place we could have a big reservation for a bunch of people. That's why I'm trying to figure out how many people are going to show up, and some people might say they're going to show up, but it's hard to get a real head count. That's why I was wondering, because do you know how many people showed up at Kips, like an actual rough head count? Because I don't know if it's going to be 10 people or 100 people. I don't know. Yeah, $53 per person in gratuity, 25-ish. So that gives us some more options for sure. I got to figure out something. Yeah, $53 per person's Mix ground hamburger and breakfast sausage together. Really good. That sounds really good. What kind of breakfast sausage do you use, David? Do a catering thing? Yeah, we might look at that too then. That might be easier. Yeah, maybe get like a hotel ballroom or something, conference room, do a catering jobber there. That might be fun. Yeah, we'll rent the meeting room. I don't know. I'm not staying at a hotel. I got an Airbnb, but yeah, somebody around there might. Yeah, some risk, but it is what it is for sure. I'm gonna think about that for sure. I got to do like a Reddit poll or something for people who live in Austin to what meat buffets they would recommend or meat restaurants that would cater, you know. And I don't know if there's I don't know where we should go. Call Little Caesars. Yeah, and we can pick the pepperoni off of it. Or a grill master. Huh. Yeah, I have to figure that one out. But it'll be kind of fun. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, it's we got some time and I'm gonna start putting feelers out. Maybe we might put a group in our what's or a group in our Discord, I mean, and see if we can get people kind of sign up who are gonna be there and we can kind of work it out. Hey BK. But yeah, I think it'll be fun. We'll get it figured out. See how it's going. But all right, I'm gonna run a quick poll here. Give me a 1 to 10 of what you think the video quality is right now on here. Because I can't see the other side. And so I'm just wondering how jumpy it is. So give me a 1 out of 10, 5. Okay. And then give me a 1 to 10 on audio quality. Because I can't hear it either. And I'm wondering just how horrendous this experiment has been tonight. So 5 on video from Scotty. Give me a 1 to 10 on audio. Anybody? It's fine. Audio has always been good. Okay. 8 or 9 on audio. 8. Okay. Perfect. But the video is pretty rough. So here, I'm gonna do a couple things on the video. Tell me if it gets better. I'm gonna go to these settings. I have no idea what this is gonna do, so hang in there with me. Is this better or worse? My mic's being blown out. Okay. Let me try to put it a little bit further away. It's okay. I'm listening while working. Oh, thank you so much. Neither better nor worse. Okay, let me try this next setting. All right. Tell me what this looks like. Is this better or worse? Well, I don't know if it's the bit rate for the video. Worse. Okay. Then let me fix this. Tell me if this is better. Tell me if this is better or worse. Testing 1, 2, 3. Okay. Is this better or worse? I just changed it again. Testing 1, 2, 3. I'm going to move my head around. Tell me if it's all jumpy and looks like max headroom. Testing 1, 2, 3. Oh boy, did I freeze up? You guys still see me okay? Testing 1, 2, 3. What happens is you go out of focus and softer and then right back. It's better. Yes, we see it's good. Okay. So this I slowed the frame rate down to 30 frames per second from 60. I think what's happening is this emulator has very, very little processing capability. And being that this has to go through the emulator before it can go through, it's creating a huge lag. Right now is the best. Yeah, I'm bogging it down for sure. And I did my research and I tried to get oh thank you, it is better. Okay. I did my research and I tried to get the best emulator. This is called the Nox emulator, the Nox player. And it was supposed to be the best one, but it's appears to still be a little bit jammed up here, a little bit bogged down. But yeah, I guess it'll do in a pinch, but I think I'm just gonna have to get a tablet. In 2 hours, I'm going to do my first motorcycle ride out. I got my burger patties prepared. That's awesome, BK. Your first motorcycle ride, did you just get a new motorcycle and a license? Two hours. I don't know why 60 frames would be any use unless you are gaming. Yeah, true. For sure, Scotty. Is this better or worse? Better or worse? How do you sound like last time I went to the eye doctor? Exactly. Better one, better two. Better one, better two. Okay, Todd and people, I'm off going to visit son's new house. See you next time. Thank you so much, Rustler. I appreciate it. Yeah, right, for sure. I have a 34-year-old Honda Shadow 1100. Nice. That'd be awesome. Tell us how that goes. Be safe. Wear a helmet. Doo-doo-doo. Yeah, I have two other things I can try. I can try doing a phone link with my computer, which I probably should have done that first time. But I could try doing a phone link and see if that'll work. Because this isn't working all that great, anyways. It works good enough. But I could try doing a phone link and then run this off my phone, but cast it to my PC, and maybe that'll work better. Or I could try this again, but try using my phone camera, but I don't think that's going to help any. So other than that, I'm just going to have to get a wild effort because this is a vertical live stream instead of a horizontal live stream. And so for a vertical, it's only available on mobile apps, so like tablets and phones. And I would do it on my phone, but I did that night before last and I can't see all the chat, so I can't read it to answer any questions. It did work because your example the other night of putting on my screen worked, but there's a little bit of a lag, and the way I had to set it up, I just wanted to do it on my PC if I could. And the whole reason that I'm doing a vertical live stream instead of horizontal is to get into that vertical feed that gets a little bit more new customers, so that just to kind of try to spread the word and see what we could pick up. You put the phone right in front of your screen. Yeah, and I might have to do that too. I think I'm just a little bit spoiled. My eyes, even though they've gotten exponentially better on Carnivore, they are pretty rough for seeing things. And so that's why I really like my monitor. If I can, because I have two very big monitors. Like one of my monitors is 40 inches and this other one's like 37 inches. And I got two of them together. So it's huge over here, which is why I like it so I can see everything. but now I have to see my face. But I wonder if the vertical works for the viewer, and do you save the vertical? Yeah, you save the vertical, and so it goes under your lives. Like I just looked at my one from day before yesterday. And I think it does for the viewer. Yeah. Yeah, I think it does. So and it's supposed to get a lot more traffic. And so I don't know. And I just like I'm not set on doing this. I could just do a regular horizontal live from my computer and that would be totally fine too and see how that works. In fact, I probably will do one Tuesday or Wednesday, a vertical live from YouTube and see if this gets any more views or people or traffic or whatever. Because I don't see where I'm getting a bunch more traffic, but also I've never really done this normal. So I don't know. I'm going to play with it and see what happens. But I don't know. I'm very curious. But I just wanted to try this a couple of times and see because John at Big Man Alaska has been telling me about it. Adam had some pretty good results with it the other day and just trying to see, trying to get the word out, trying to grow. Watching on a widescreen TV now. Tell me, is it kind of a vertical strip, or is it still horizontal wide? I suspect the daytime traffic is more likely to pick up viewers than the night crowd. Yeah, I suspect so too, Scott. I literally did this because I didn't want too much of a crowd tonight. Oh, so it's not even vertical anyways. All right, so then if this isn't vertical, this whole thing's stupid because I'm not even in the vertical feed then, which is weird because I tried to do vertical on here and it said I was doing vertical, but huh. Oh, now I see what you're saying. I didn't know what you meant by that, Scott, but that makes sense. Yeah, all right, this isn't working at all then. Right now I'm just doing a really bad job at a widescreen hack job. Horizontal line. That's pretty. I was sitting here this whole time going, this vertical live stream doesn't seem funny. Oh man, this whole and all right, well, whatever. I'm glad I got to hang out with you guys anyhow, but I'm sorry that I made you go through this bad audio and video because this is just I could have done this without the in between crap. That's so funny. That's okay. I didn't know that I was asking either. No, you're totally right, Scott. It's perfect for my over here working my tail off to hack the system, and I just outsmarted myself till I was dumb. That's awesome. Good Lord. All right, well, shoot, I might try it again later and go back to the drawing board and see what I can work up. But yeah, I was like, this isn't getting that many views. I don't think anything's changed, and it's this, this is my average. So yeah, yeah, and I should have known that earlier because um, Adam sent me a video and I didn't even notice that, but yeah, I think it was just horizontal. It's been a long night. Oh well. Tomorrow, yeah, I think it's 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. We'll be doing our live again tomorrow with Lindy, and we got a special guest that's coming on, and that's going to be really fun. I think I got another special guest that'll be kind of an interesting show. Yeah, that'll be awesome, Scott. And I think we got another special guest that'll be coming in here soon. And then I'm just kind of trying to save it, but tell me what doctors you'd like to see. Like, do you guys want to see us interview like Chafee and Baker and any of those people? Let me know if you do. I just kind of been saving it until we got a bigger audience because I didn't want to waste it. But let me know if you guys want to see us interview Chafee and them. Oh no, am I glitching? Tell me if I'm coming back in. Whoa. Tell me if you guys can hear me. Testing 1, 2, 3. Better one, better two. Better one, better two. No worries. See you, Scotty. My doctor's called statins. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Well, being that I have this Frankenstein thing set up, I'm going to let you guys go. And I will do this again tomorrow. But I appreciate you guys hanging out. Oh, you said Doctor Who. I don't know if I can get Doctor Who on, but I can get Doctor somebody. Tell me what doctors you would like to see on here, though. I don't have one of those either. Uh, that would be funny. Uh, I don't know. Uh, you know, all the norms. The I don't know. I'm just trying to see if that's what you guys want to see or not. But yeah, let me know. Dr. Kilts, that'd be fun. We could have Kilts. Have to work around the schedule and see, but for sure. Yeah, that'd be way good time. I like him. He's got a lot of energy. Good dude. Right on. But I'm gonna let you guys go. And I appreciate you guys hanging out. We've been here for an hour and 51 minutes and 37 seconds. You guys have a good evening. Appreciate you hanging out, Scott. We will see you guys next time. Hampton, I just did a video with Hampton and Bella this morning, actually, that'll be coming out probably in a week or so. But I will definitely see you guys tomorrow. We'll see you next time. Later.